good, brothers and sisters? Back again. My wife's my side, like always, right here.
Hi.
Yeah, just want to come on here for a second to talk, man. We in the times, man, where we can't be playing around with the Most High Word. We gotta take His word serious. Can't be out here playing no games, man. And Satan and his children, they working triple, double time out here. And what they trying to do is trying to have you not believe in what you see is real, is true, and want you to try to come and believe what they want to believe. It ain't gonna happen. And watch out for people too who try to fake get close to you. Because the reason I'm saying is because you got a lot of people out here that's pretenders, man. They snakes. They working for Satan. When they see you teaching and on a solid foundation, they'll try to come and see how they can slither their way in to try to deceive you. Mm-hmm. And once you reject it, they get mad and start raging. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying right now. Mm-hmm. So you gotta watch out for these false brothers and sisters, man. These people phony, and they still holding on to lies that was taught of men, and they don't like when you give the Most High the glory and honor His Son. They want you to honor some man. That's why listen to these people talk. All they keep talking about is man, 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 man. Why they ain't talking about what's written, the Most High and His Son? Why they ain't talking about what the prophets are saying, the apostles? They keep talking about men all day long. That's all they talk about. And when you don't talk like that, they get upset and raging. Yep. But none of y'all wicked niggas get me out the spirit. You just can't do it. On this channel, we teach the Most High Word. We teaching the truth. And like I always said, we teaching lies. Come holler at us. Mm-hmm. But guess what? They don't do it. Mm-hmm. All these wicked spirits, all they do is just lie, make false lying videos, but they never come holler at us. They hear they Mashiach. Mashiach said, you got opposite brother. Talk to him alone. He didn't say make 1,000 videos or talk behind the scenes. He said go talk to your brother alone. And these niggas ain't doing. That's why these niggas don't follow no Mashiach. All these niggas talking about their disciples and their apostles and all. Y'all niggas ain't. Y'all lying. Y'all don't follow Mashiach. Stop playing, man.
And you're not brethren either.
No, you
You're
ain't.
False brethren crept in unaware.
False brethren.
And the reason why you're unaware is because you come like a sheep, right? But you're really a wolf in sheep's clothing. So you put that clothing on so that we can let our guard down. Yep. So that you can devour us like the prey. But it ain't going to work like that because we are already trained on how to deal with the wiles of the devil.
That's right.
So no one is going to be able to come this way and then try to put on some attire, a rough garment to deceive, and then think that you're going to get by. No,
it ain't happening.
We're going to have our full armor on from the helmet of our salvation, which is the Lord our righteousness, and we're going to have that ear to hear what the Spirit is saying to the churches.
That's right.
Not what you're saying.
Nope.
And so people get upset. So you got people feigning themselves like they love you.
Right.
They're trying to talk about stuff that don't even have nothing to do with the truth.
Nothing.
So that you can get out the spirit, become carnal, stop teaching like they're not doing. So that's the whole thing that they're trying to get us to do. Please don't teach the word no more. Here, I'll say something bad about you. Okay, focus about me.
Right.
So take your channel off of teaching and start focusing on what I said. So here, I'll say something bad about them. I'll say something bad. I'll get them to talk. So it's not going to work.
Ain't going to work.
So you are not going to get me to talk about you, to come out the spirit and stop feeding the sheep.
Right.
And like he told Peter, Peter, you love me? Feed my sheep.
That's right.
He said that 3 times because the accuser of the brethren came out to accuse him. But the Lord knew that Peter loved him, but he knew that he was going to have a weak point in his walk. See, I'm glad I learned from Peter's walk and all the other people that came before me. It's going to make me stronger. So all the other stuff, you can send women out there and feign themselves. You can question who I am. Because I would be glad for you to talk to my grandparents, parents, all them, greats. Talk to them all. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I've never been ashamed. I'm not flip-flopping, not telling you what tribe I am. First I'm saying I'm Gad, then I'm saying I'm Judah. Then I'm going back and forth. Don't want to tell you what tribe I'm from, what people I come from. I'm not ashamed of who I am. And I don't understand if you are mixed, why you would be ashamed of who you are. If you mix, come talk who you are. If both your parents ain't black, say it. Don't be playing games and say the mother don't count, but your daddy's that, or say there's 3 daddies that make you Israelite, black, Hispanic, and Indian.
No, these people don't do that.
We teach on this channel on how to clarify what makes you Israel. But I'm not going to go before you.
Right. These people don't do that. They don't be real. That's what they don't do.
They don't. They fake
Some
themselves.
of these people is faking like they us and they ain't.
And they're not.
They heathens in disguise faking, man.
Yes,
and
they are.
I don't let people get close in my circle because I already know Satan got his children out here. That's why I don't. And the ones, I try these spirits out here. Mm-hmm. And I think the Most High, every time, is somebody who seems like they cool, the Most High reveal them. You can't help it. You open your mouth and speak. Yep. The Most High do that to you. He make you open your mouth and speak.
Yes, he does.
You don't even know it. He put that on you to open your mouth and speak so we can see who that wolf is.
That's right.
And he do it every time. It always get revealed. And the true brothers that got love, they got love. But the fakes and the snakes, they always get revealed. And I'm always love my brothers and sisters that love the Most High and the Sunday people. I don't care what nobody say. I love my peoples. I'm not spending all day and night talking bad about my people. We supposed to wake them up if we say we teach them. We supposed to teach and wake them up. We supposed to be like Mashiach. Niggas ain't like Mashiach. Niggas is playing games. Still got that old man, still being wicked, still carnal, and don't teach nothing. Don't teach nothing.
And then too, it's nothing worse than a man, a brother, trying to be about texturism, like trying to break you down, size another woman down. You want to talk about hair now? You want to talk about complexion? You want to talk about features? What you want to do? Now I got to school you about Negroes coming in different shades?
Nah, we ain't doing that.
I'm not going to do that. Nah. You want me to talk? What you want me to do is give you some attention?
These people out here.
You guys are not lining up with the scriptures when it comes to say the duty of all men is to keep the commandments. No, y'all gossipers, talebearers, whisperers, double-minded, double-tongued.
These people out here, all they trying to do is cause confusion.
Yep.
All they trying to do is stir up strife, contention.
That's it.
I'm telling you. I know these people in the spirit and see it. And people like that, I don't want nothing to do with y'all. Listen, I'm not bitter. I'm not miserable. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate my brothers and sisters.
I don't either.
And guess what? I got deceived by men, but you don't see me crying all about it and keep talking about it day in and day out.
Yep.
I got a wife and children, and I serve the Most High, follow His Son. I got brothers and sisters who got love for us. I'm not. Why am I keep talking about what a man did to me all the time? That was my fault because the Most High gave us His word to read. He didn't say, "Look, you got to follow a man and join him to understand it." You got deceived, and you a fool because you still believe the lies that they teach. And when we bring out stuff that was taught lies, you hold on to lies, you raging, and you can't believe, you pissed off, you upset. It don't matter. Like we said, if we teaching lies, come say something. If not, hush your mouth. That's the bottom line of it, man.
And also, too, reincarnation is of the devil.
Right.
It comes from the philosophy of a man.
Right.
Now, you need to get schooled on what regeneration is and resurrection is.
Right.
Because you teach there, you go again. How are you going to sit up there and behold me and judge me after the flesh, and yet in the spirit, you don't even understand what's going on earthly things?
Listen.
There's no such thing as no reincarnation.
Listen, them brothers and them schools was not no Paul.
No.
It was not no King David.
No.
It was not none of them.
No.
So anybody that believed that, you was a fool. I'm going to tell you straight up, you was a fool. And the scriptures don't say that.
Nope.
It says man is appointed to die once and then the judgment.
How many times? Once
and then the judgment. So you don't believe in the power of the resurrection.
No, you don't.
Listen, we about to get to these scriptures right quick.
Y'all
do not believe in the power of the Most High. Y'all don't believe He gave His power to His Son to resurrect. That's why y'all said reincarnation.
Yep.
Because y'all don't believe in the power of the Most High that He gave it to His Son to bring forth the resurrection. Y'all don't believe that.
And remember when Martha and Mary, because their brother had died, Lazarus, and then the Lord asked one of the sisters that came to Him, "Do you believe I'm the resurrection?" She goes, "Yeah, at the last day." So they actually was questioned, do you believe in the resurrection? Not do you believe in reincarnation?
Right, come on, man. Listen,
you believe in a damnable doctrine of devils.
Right. You cannot come back as another man.
No, you
can't.
You
are who you are.
That's
and
right.
You're going to die who you was. And if you died in your sin, you died in your sin. If you didn't, you did. You can't say I'm going to come back as somebody else.
No, you can't.
Are you crazy?
That's
some heathen, wicked culture. Because you got heathens that say you're going to come back as a butterfly or you'll come back as this and come back as that. That's a heathen doctrine of devils, not of the Most High.
No, it's not.
And anybody that said it is, holler at us.
Yeah.
But guess what? You ain't going to do it. All you're going to do is just be bitter and keep talking. You ain't you'll never try to talk to us. Because you know you can't show none of that in the scriptures. Guess what? And we count it all joy.
That's right.
When people come at us. Because we're doing the work of the Most High.
And our labor is not in vain.
That's what we're doing. And guess what? We don't tell nobody to follow us. We tell everybody to follow the Most High and the Son.
That's right.
We tell everybody to read for yourself.
That's right.
So we don't try to heap disciples amongst ourselves.
No,
man.
we don't.
We tell everybody who to follow.
That's right.
So don't get it twisted, man.
Yeah.
You don't. And we about to show some examples of these people faking it. And we're going to let Mashiach do some talking as we did our talking and explaining to let it be known. Our brothers and sisters, watch out for certain people, man. A lot of these people ain't who you think they are. People that say they ain't the truth, that don't mean nothing because they got fringes on the bed. That don't mean nothing.
That's a rough garment.
That's a rough garment. You got to check these people's spirit. Because a lot of these brothers out here that's dressing and you thinking they righteous, these people are wicked.
And watch out for the ones who's also putting on rags and acting like, oh, they're just so shamefaced.
Right.
And they coming like so humble and contrite in spirit.
Right.
But really, you try their spirit, it's not of God.
No, it ain't.
It's of this world and it's sensual, and they separate themselves not having the spirit.
Right.
And
so
it's not of the truth, it's of the spirit of error.
that's what it is.
So yeah, we're not calling back our words because our words came from on high, and he's teaching us how to be valiant for the truth.
That's right.
And we're not wavering all over the place.
Nope.
You won't catch us wavering, being tossed to and fro by every wind of
You will
doctrine.
never see us one day say we believe that Paul was sent to the Israelites, and the next moment, no, I got it wrong, it's Gentiles. Oh, wait a minute, I believe this? No, I got it wrong. No, I believe that. You won't hear that over here.
No, we won't
We
stumble.
standing on a solid foundation.
That's right.
We're not all over the place, carried about with every wind of doctrine. We're not doing that.
We study to give our answers.
Right.
We
So-
study to be quiet and we mind our own business. And then when the answers come from the Most High, then we can come out and feed his sheep.
That's right.
Because we don't want to be cast down like Satan was.
Nope.
Because we want to rise up and exalt ourselves. We're not
Nope.
exalting ourselves.
Oh, yeah, and guess what? We study.
Yes.
We don't sit there and see what a man is saying and say, let's see if I can, let me follow a man and see what he's saying. It sounds good. And then when you hear another man, wait a minute, no, this sounds good. No, we
Yeah.
see what's coming out the word.
Yeah, it's
if you ain't
written.
speaking that's according to this, we reject it. I don't care
That's
who you
right.
are. It don't matter.
Yeah.
We listen. This is not for me to be making friends, man. I'm here to speak the Most High word in truth, and that's it.
right.
And if you come along with you're a good brother or sister, that's what's up. If
That's
not,
right.
it's all good. Keep it moving.
Yeah.
Like I said, all the wicked watches us. We ain't watching them. What
I
scripture
know.
said? What's that about the wicked
Yeah, the
always
right.
watching?
Yeah, watch the righteous and
watches the
seek to
righteous.
plot on them.
That's what y'all
Yeah.
doing. Look, we was told a lot of people, oh, they did a video about you, they saying this, and I'm like, man, I don't even know who these people are,
Yeah,
and I don't even care. I don't even click on it, but guess what? They keep watching us.
Yeah.
Because they wicked. And the scriptures already said the wicked is watching the righteous.
Yeah.
That's what y'all do.
That's it. Because
Now-
you want to make a man an offender over one word.
Right.
And the ones who are faking like you're standing and reproving in the gate, you're not in the gate.
Nah.
You're not in the gate.
Nah. You still,
Because you're not keeping the truth. You're
Right.
not going to enter into the gate of praise unless you keep the truth. Those are the only ones that's coming into the gates.
that's it.
Not the deceitful.
Nah, y'all ain't coming there. Now, look, we about to go right here. Matthew 12:22 through 24, and I'm going to skip
That's
from 34 37. 22 say, then was brought unto him one possessed with a devil, blind and dumb, and he healed him, insomuch that the blind and dumb both spake and saw.
Saw and spoke.
23, and all the people were amazed and said, is not this the son of David? 24, and all the people were amazed, 24, my bad. But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, this fellow does not cast out devils, but by Beelzebub, the prince of the devils.
See that?
Now you see that Mashiach was out here doing good works, and look what they said to him. So when you follow Mashiach, you doing good works, they're going to say that to you. If they said it to Mashiach, you know they're going to say it to you that's following them. So when these people be saying stuff about you like that, they said it to Mashiach. So
Yeah.
that's what you got to understand.
Yeah.
And Mashiach didn't go back railing on them. He just came back and just spoke the truth to them.
That's right.
And when you speak the word, that's what hurt them even more than you trying to go back cussing them out back and
Yep.
forth. You put that word on them demons. Them unclean spirits get out of there and they get vexed. That's
That's
how you.
right.
That's how you deal with these unclean spirits out here. Put that word on them.
But
And
you
then-
see how they rolled up on him? He's doing good works. He just did a healing.
That's what
Someone
they
was
said.
vexed with a devil.
Yeah.
And it was dumb and blind, and he healed that. And that what is he doing that for? You see how people get upset when you do good works? They're not upset with him because he's doing evil. He ain't doing no evil. They're upset because he's doing good.
Right.
So you got to watch out for people who get upset when you're maintaining good works,
That's
and
right.
they're upset and they're trying to find something to make you an offender.
Right. Now let's see what should I go on to say. I'm just go to 33. I put 34. 33 says either make the tree good
That's right.
and his fruit good, or else make the tree corrupt and his fruit corrupt. For the tree is known by his fruit.
Yeah.
And you see how everybody operate. Look how everybody operate. Look at the ones who say they follow Mashiach, they disciples, they apostles. Look how they operate. Look how they talk. Look how they move.
Yeah.
Look what they teaching. And see if it lines up. And then 34 says, old generation of vipers.
What did he call them?
Old generation of vipers.
Whoa, a generation of them. A generation of vipers.
How can ye, being evil,
You being evil.
speak good things?
How?
You can't because you evil. You can't speak good things.
You a corrupt tree.
You a viper, a corrupt tree. It says, for out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh.
That's what's coming out your mouth.
So that's what it is. All that fake these people that fake like they got love for you, and then when they come out, that's the bunch of the hop.
Yeah.
They really truly saying how they really feel.
They got an evil eye
They got an
towards
evil
you.
eye, and they was faking all along, and they didn't.
They didn't like the fact that you were keeping commandments,
Right.
serving God, worshiping Him in spirit and in truth, shouting out Hamashiach Yahweh, the anointed Savior of Israel, who laid His life down for us so that He can take it again and destroy the devil. You're not waiting for the judgment of the Almighty God. No, you're not. You're waiting to see that the righteous get cast down, so you can go strengthen the hand of the evildoers and wicked.
Just like y'all, just like the heathens, y'all want to side with them and see your people get destroyed. That's what y'all want to do.
So he saw a generation of vipers, and we're seeing the same thing. You're a generation of vipers.
That's what y'all are. 35. A good man out of the good treasure of the heart bringeth forth good things.
Yes, he does.
And an evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things.
That's what you're gonna bring out.
36. But I say unto you, that every idle word,
every single idle word
that men shall speak,
that man speaking,
they should give account thereof in the day of judgment.
Oh yeah, on that day of judgment, you're gonna have to give account. Okay, now why'd you say that?
Right.
Okay, right here on this day. Remember this day right here on October the 25th. Why'd you say that this year? On 9/11 this year. Why'd you say that?
So you're gonna have to.
Oh, you in trouble. Have to, give account for everything that you said.
So it don't matter. You could. That's why I don't mind. That's why I don't care what people speaking. It's something called a judgment. We believe that. You might not believe it.
Yeah.
You might not believe in something called judgment because you might believe in you coming back as a butterfly. But we believe in judgment.
Ain't that crazy?
You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have an account for all them idle words you say on the day of judgment. You're not coming back as a centipede. None of that.
Now some of y'all want to be Paul and David,
right?
But none of y'all want to be the wicked men in Israel.
Right. Be who you are.
Yeah.
That wicked man or that righteous man. Be who the Most High made you to be out of the parents you came out of. You can't be them.
No.
So stop playing games.
They are who they are. Their parents brought them forth, just like their parents' brought them forth. Nobody could be Adam. Nobody could be Christ.
You can't be that.
Nobody could be David.
Nope.
Nobody could be none of the holy prophets and apostles because they were created in the spirit to have a soul, to be made a living soul, and that's the only time, one time, they were created that way. You don't get all of a sudden, I don't know.
Right.
So that right there goes to show you how you're going to correct somebody else and tell them that they're out of the spirit and you believe in reincarnation.
Right. So get out of here. And look.
So proof pal be gone.
Right. And Matthew 10:22, this we told the disciples, and we following that too.
Yeah.
And he should be hated of all men.
That's right.
You know why? For my name's sake.
For his sake.
Not because you was out here being wicked, and no, because you talking about Mashiach for his sake.
That's right.
And that's why you're going to be hated.
That's
brothers and sisters, understand that.
Yeah.
When you keep talking about Mashiach and the Most High, you're going to be hated. Because they're going to keep saying, why you keep saying that? You telling me no man taught you? You telling me you don't make mistakes? Then they're going to start talking crazy. Like, what the heck you talking about?
We all come short.
We all come short.
Are you without
who's
sin?
Who's perfect?
They're going to try to jam you up.
Well, we all did this. Now, look, we're not talking about no past things that happened. We're talking about now.
Now, did you repent? Because if you sin, I sin every day. Well, if you sinning every day, he's coming back. Is he going to find faith in Israel?
Yeah, right.
If you die in your sins, you're in trouble.
It's over.
You shouldn't be sinning every day. Didn't he tell the woman that was caught in adultery to sin no more?
Sin no more.
Where did he say keep on sinning every day?
He didn't say
he
that.
Said sin no more.
Right. So it says that he should be hated of all men for my name's sake.
Yeah.
But he that endureth to the end.
To the end.
Should be saved.
That's the one.
And that's the whole thing. We got to endure to the end.
That's right.
So it don't matter if heathens come at us.
Nope.
It don't matter if our people come at us.
Nope.
It don't matter if people fake like us and the heathens coming at us. It don't matter who's coming at us. We got to endure to the end.
Mm-hmm. And
that's the ones that's going to be saved.
I don't have to fake to be something I'm not. That's crazy. If my parents had me and I'm who I am, that's who I am. I don't have to fake to be no Israelite.
Now, look, we don't.
That's crazy.
I'm not sitting here explaining nothing. Y'all know what we teach over here. So
so
only reason people say stuff because they think that's gonna upset me and get me carnal. That's all it is.
And guess what?
And that's why people say things because they think I'm gonna get carnal with them and get on their little wicked level and start talking like that. Because they don't want us to keep talking what's in His Word.
And see,
that's what that is.
They got women coming up there and say, "Oh, just say something about the wife." And then we can get him like that because, you know, who does he think he is? Mr. Humble Man? He think he's over everybody? So that's what they try to do.
What I think is that we
funny.
already understand what's written, what's going on.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's what I know.
Mm-hmm.
So, and plus, I don't know who y'all are. I never see y'all. It's not like I see y'all in the flesh. Y'all just talking over the airways, talking about a bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway.
Yeah, we're not gonna stunt you fronters because
you're
stunting.
Right. Now let's see. This is going to show who's who right here too. Matthew 7:15 through 27.
That's right.
It says, Matter of fact, I'm going to start at 13. It says, enter ye in at the straight gate.
At the straight gate.
For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
That's where it's taking you, to destruction.
And many there be which go in thereat. 14. Because straight is the gate,
Yeah, it is.
and narrow is the way which leadeth into life.
That's right.
And few there be that find it.
Few. Few
You
gonna
see
make
that?
it. It's just a remnant.
Right.
That's gonna find that straight gate.
Right.
Because they're not trying to labor to enter into the rest.
No, they ain't.
They're not.
Nah. And look, I want this to be known. This ain't just talking about people in churches right here, what I'm about to read. This is talking about
All Israel
guess
that it
what?
applies to.
my shop's talking about Israel who knew they was Israel.
That's
so
right.
let's talk about. We're not gonna play games and say, "Oh, this is talking about pastors and Joe Osteen." This is talking about all the false prophets.
Okay, let's look at this.
So we're not gonna limit it. That's what I'm trying to say.
We're not gonna just
We're
box
gonna
somebody
limit it.
in and
This
point the
is
finger.
all. It says, "Beware of false prophets, which comes to you in sheep's
They
clothing,
come in sheep
but
clothing.
inwardly they are ravening wolves."
That's what you are inwardly. You bless with your mouth, but you curse inwardly.
Yeah.
It says that in Psalm 62:4.
16. Ye shall know them by their fruits.
That's right.
Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles?
Do they?
Do they? 17. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit,
Yeah, it does.
but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit.
That's what it brings forth.
And that's why a lot of these people out here is bitter.
Yep.
That's why they don't have no peace in their life.
Nope.
And that's why they always looking at somebody else and they're upset and raging.
And that's all they can focus on because they're in the gall of bitterness.
Yeah.
And that bitterness that's springing up in them, they're out there just to defile people. They're
Yeah.
not here to bring them into the fold like
No,
he
they
told
ain't.
his disciples, only going to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Listen what these people saying. They not out here fishing out people. They're trying to destroy them. They're trying to destroy them spiritually. If you
Yeah.
listen to what they're saying out their mouth,
Yeah.
they're not calling them to repent and letting them know how serious it is to come back to the Most High and follow His Son. They're trying to destroy them every chance they get.
And see,
Because they are, but it says, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit.
because if you had ought against somebody, you should have told them that long time ago.
Right.
When
these
you got
people-
ought. You don't, you're playing around
Right.
because you don't believe in the saving of the soul.
18. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit.
No, it can't.
Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. 19. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down. So guess what? All you wicked bastards gonna get hewn down.
That because you're not bringing forth good fruit.
And cast into the fire. That's what's gonna happen to you. So you can say what you want, talk. You gonna get hewn down and cast into the fire.
And that fire is the lake of fire. That's the one
Right.
that the Messiah and the angels is bringing. And when he binds up Satan in his multitude.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a whole lot of roommates with Satan.
Yeah, a whole lot.
He going to have a lot of roommates.
That's right.
So y'all going to have some company. Because, misery loves company. So y'all be able to share a place in the
Right.
lake of fire together.
Verse 20. Wherefore by their fruits you should know them.
You're going to know them.
21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Yahushua, Yeshaya, or whatever name you
Adonai, Adawan.
Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Nope.
Because y'all out here acting like y'all just love the Mashiach so much. Everything before you start off, you're saying his name. Yeah, it's phony. That's why he's saying what he's saying right here. He's calling y'all out. He knew how y'all was going to be.
Yeah.
He said, not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
No, they're not. They're not going to enter in.
But he that doeth the will
The ones who do the will
of my Father
of the Heavenly
which is
Father.
in heaven.
That's
See,
the one.
here's a will, and y'all ain't doing the will.
You're not doing
You're
his
doing the
will.
will of men.
Yep.
You're doing the will of your own flesh,
So when
your
you-
own lust, your own corruption of your own heart. That's the will you're doing. You're not doing the will of the Most High.
And when you change the will of the Father, you add and take away. There's plagues written for that.
Yeah.
And man ain't going to be able to bail you out.
Nope.
You're not going to have nobody to come help save you because the will of God was not to be tampered with.
Right.
It was not to be reconstructed.
No.
It wasn't to be added and taken away to benefit you.
Right.
It was supposed to be carried out the way the will of the Father wrote it down to be.
That's right. 22. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name?
See that?
Have we not prophesied and we standing out and doing the be seen of men and prophesying in your name? Okay. And in thy name have cast out devils? And in thy name done many wonderful works? Because y'all say y'all doing the works.
Yeah.
We doing the works. We doing the works.
We cast out devils. Look, we rebuked
Look, we
that
doing
devil.
the works. Okay. 23. And let's see what Yahweh I got to say. See, he don't play no games.
No,
and we
he
follow
don't.
and listen to, and
We
hear his voice.
Because we're his sheep.
That's
and he's
right.
our shepherd. He's our shepherd. We shall not want.
So all y'all that's sitting there saying all this, talking how you talking, this is what my shot gonna say to y'all. And then will I confess unto them, I never knew you.
Yep.
I never knew you.
Yep.
Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
That's what you work.
Because that's what you work. You faking like you doing something.
The works.
The works, but
You
behind
doing
the
the work of
scenes,
Satan.
you doing the work of Satan. And Most High and the Son see that.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all think y'all can't fool, y'all can try to fool the people if you want. You can't fool the ones of us who know, and you definitely ain't fooling the Most High and the Son. You're not doing it.
Yeah.
And you only can fool us for so long.
And it's not about memorizing scriptures.
Right.
It's about the law being written in your heart and in your mind, so you can naturally walk this out. That's the whole purpose of getting baptized.
Right.
Not so that you can put away that old man.
Right.
And then and walk in his newness.
Mm-hmm.
Not so that you can keep being corrupt.
Right. You
And going back to your
corrupt.
vomit like a dog.
Right. That's what you're doing. Going back to your vomit like a dog being corrupt. And look, after that he says, therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine, not the sayings of men, not the sayings of your teacher, he says the sayings of mine, not the sayings of you, not the sayings of us. He says the sayings of mine, which is Mashiach,
right. The Messiah.
He says, therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them,
you gotta
not just hear them, do them.
You got to be a doer, not just a hearer.
I would liken him unto a wise man.
You're going to be a wise man. You're going to compare you to a wise man.
Which built his house upon a rock.
That's right.
25. And the rain descended, and the floods came.
Yeah.
And the winds blew and beat upon the house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock.
Yes, it was.
And we found upon a rock over here. Because that's our rock right there.
Yeah.
26. And everyone that heard these sayings of mine and doeth them not.
And then you don't do it. Now listen to the ones who don't listen to the Lord. You forbear. Because he's dealing with the ones who hear and do, and the ones who hear but forbear.
Right.
And so we don't have to listen to Christ.
Right. Should be likened to a foolish man.
You're going to be a foolish man.
Which built his house upon the sand.
Because you're built on sand. That's crazy. And stupid.
Right. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. Yep. So it's gonna be a great fall for you if you don't repent and come back to the
your
Most
foundation
High and come back to your head.
Mm-hmm.
Your head ain't Mashiach.
No, it ain't.
Your head is man.
Because if you're a wise master builder, no greater foundation can any man lay, but that stone that you builders rejected.
Right.
You rejected the stone.
Yeah,
but guess what? He's become the head cornerstone.
Right.
He's become that head corner. He's the chief of us. He's the one who sets the mark for us. He was our forerunner.
That's right.
Nobody else.
Nobody else.
We hear his voice. And all you are strangers that's trying to take us and lead us astray.
And I'm going to say it again. You ain't that man in Isaiah 4.
No, you're not.
You ain't. You're a bond man. You could never take the reproach away from the children of Israel.
That's
you could
right.
never clean up the daughters of Zion.
No, you
Because
can't.
you ain't that man.
No, you're
I just
not.
got to say that. Now,
I'm going to declare who that man is. That man is Mashiach.
That's Mashiach.
When you read in Isaiah 4, that man in Isaiah 4 is Mashiach.
Mashiach. Not no bond man. Not no wicked, lustful bond man who's out here talking about he could take away sins and take away reproach. Get out of here.
Isaiah the prophet was looking at Mashiach,
Right.
not you.
He wasn't looking at you you tell me he was looking at you in the spirit?
No, he wasn't.
Man, stop playing, man. Now, we're going to go to Daniel 12. Just 2 more scriptures, and that's it. Daniel 12, 3, and then verse 10. So Daniel 12, 3 say, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament.
As the brightness of the heavens, the firmament.
And they that turn many to righteousness.
What are we turning them to?
Righteousness.
To not gossip.
Not gossip. Righteousness.
Talebearing.
Righteousness.
Whispering.
Righteousness. Not keep speaking evil of the people. Righteousness.
Turning them bitter.
Right. Righteousness.
With that many that turn. What's Daniel saying through the spirit of prophecy?
And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament.
Shine.
And they that turn many to righteousness.
That's right.
As the stars forever and ever.
The stars forever and ever. 12 stars with the sun and the moon under her feet.
And brothers and sisters, look at who's trying to turn our people back to the Most High.
That's
righteousness.
right.
And look at the ones who ain't. Look at the ones who keep trying to keep our people in darkness.
Yep.
I keep getting that word tongue twisted. Backbiting and trying to devour our people and keep putting them down.
Yep.
They don't even. We're already low and down. They trying to put them down more, belittle them, talk crazy about them, and look at the ones who trying to bring them back to the Most High righteousness. Just y'all gotta peep that. Watch out for these people, man. I'm telling you.
Because remember the commandment was seek ye the kingdom and its righteousness, and then he'll add these things because money answers things.
Right.
That's all that is.
That's it.
So what is 10 saying?
And 10 says, many shall be purified.
Many are going to be purified. See, you can't purify people.
Nah, you can't.
You're not that one that says, I counsel
Man,
thee to buy of
nah.
me gold tried in the fire that you may be rich.
Nah.
And anoint thine eyes with eye salve that thou mayest see.
Right.
And also and be clothed with this white linen, which is your righteousness.
Right.
That your sin does not appear. Your nakedness does not appear. You're not that person.
No, you ain't.
That can actually try you and purify you as gold is tried 7 times in the fire.
Right.
Because Jeremiah said it was like fire shut up in his
bones. That's right. It says many should be purified.
That's right.
And
many.
made white.
And made clean.
And tried.
That's right. Trying through this furnace. We're getting tried through this furnace of affliction.
Right.
Just like our brother Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego went through that fire and was tried and didn't get burned.
Right. But the wicked shall do wickedly.
You're going to continue to wickedly. So we already understand that.
Look and see look at the ones who supposedly in the truth supposedly came out of their wickedness. They're going to continue doing wickedly.
Yeah.
And of course, we know the heathens, they're going to continue doing wickedly.
Yeah.
So that's just look at these, look at everybody and see what they're doing. Look how they talking, look how they speaking, look what they teaching, look what they doing.
Yeah.
And you'll see.
Yeah.
It's not hard to understand this.
He already told us if they're turning them to righteousness, they're of the Father. If they're turning them to gossip and tale-bearing, they're of Satan.
Right.
Because just people don't do that.
No, they don't. And look, it says, and none of the wicked shall understand.
None of them are going to understand that the heavens is rejoicing over one sinner that repents.
Yeah, but the wise shall understand.
But the wise have understanding because we know what the Father's doing in his will to purify them, to sanctify them with his truth that he sent and his word that he sent to heal us.
Look, this joint is tearing apart. It's all good. I got about 2 more bites. Right, but the wise will understand.
They're gonna understand. So we understand, and we count it joy when you're making videos and saying it's a rebuke video. Right. You're reproving.
I do
you're
not
standing
care
in the
about
highway.
None of that garbage.
Man,
that's garbage.
That don't mean that you think
Let me
we're
say it
gonna rail
again.
back
Look,
on you.
that's garbage. Look. All that stuff is garbage, man. I'm telling you.
And see, we were told, since you say that you're about the gospel, no, you're not to render evil for evil and railing for railing.
Right.
What you want us to do? Do another video and start railing?
And look.
And then use your name and then rail? No, I'm not doing that.
I gotta say this. Majority of the people I heard talk about the gospel is phony. How you talk about the gospel, you don't even teach it.
I know. And
how you gonna say the gospel, but you don't teach it?
Yeah.
You don't represent it.
You don't live it.
You don't live it. You don't speak it.
Nope.
You don't have a peace of mind like it says about the fruits of the spirit. None of that. Don't. How you gonna talk about the gospel? And you bitter. That makes no sense, and you're a liar. Now we're gonna move on. This is the last one. This is John 13, 34, 35. And I'm always had love for my brothers and sisters. Nobody can't tell me who I can talk to. Yeah. Nobody can tell me who I can love. You know, I love my brothers and my sisters, you know what I'm saying, regardless of what nobody say. Yeah. I don't love heathens. I don't. And I don't have to love them bastards either. I love my people. Now, John 13.
We love our neighbors ourselves. That's a commandment.
That's a commandment.
Love the children of thy people with all your heart.
That's right.
That's somebody that we're supposed to let. Your heart should be having unfeigned love for your brethren, your sisters,
these people got,
your people.
These people got
they bear grudges. And they bearing grudges.
Yep. And they bear false witness. So we're going to end it with this. John 13, 34, 35. It says, a new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you.
That's right.
That ye also love one another. Now he's talking to the disciples. So all you talking about you disciple and you apostle. You hear that? A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another. As I have loved you, that ye also love one another. Yeah. 35. By this, loving your own brothers and your sisters, by this shall all men know that ye are my disciples.
That's how he's gonna
if
know.
Ye have love one to another.
Once you have
so love. If y'all don't have, the ones that's out here don't have love to the ones they people, and you hear them talking, they lying. They're not his disciples.
Because
they are not his disciples, because he already told you that's how all men gonna know you my disciples, if you have love one to another. And the ones that's not, they railing, they just keep backbiting, talking crazy. And talking wild and wicked and have an evil eye hatred. You can hear it. Nigga, this nigga. And see, some of these people that say nigga, I'm telling you, they sound like heathens. Because I know when a brother's saying nigga, and then I know when somebody a heathen, it's the way they say it's like it's a rage of a heathen. I'm telling you.
Why, old hatred, like a Philistine.
I'm telling you, when these people start talking like that, they ain't show no love. So you ain't no disciple, you ain't no apostle, And your head is not Mashiach. And then you could close it out what you want to say. And then
I want to say that love does not work ill to their neighbor. And I know some people might not have liked the video that we did about tithing and touched on some things. We didn't even go into Malachi to even show the proper way on how and who it was talking to in the 3rd chapter of Malachi. So people, of course, they're looking to entangle you in your speech and your talk, because that's what wicked people do, like we just read. The wicked are going to continue to do wickedly, but the wise is going to understand, because our objective is to actually turn many to righteousness.
Right.
And that's how we're able to, as 12 stars, because the lot of his inheritance is what the bound is 12, and we're the apple of his eye, and we know that. So all the words that come out of your mouth in the spirit of error, every idle word you're going to have to take account of in the day of judgment. And you're not going to come back 2, 3 4 different people, and all of a sudden you don't know who you are. Yes, you do, because your parents named you.
Right.
You're telling me that Zechariah and Elizabeth had John the Baptist and they didn't know who he was? Are you telling me that? Because a lot of you are trying to use a scripture because you don't know how to rightly divide it. There's things that people are running with in scripture that they have no clue or understanding on what they're saying, and they surfacely run it. There's a lot of scriptures that people are missing because it hasn't been their understanding. So the bottom line is, serve the Father in spirit and truth, because that's what Christ said. The Father is looking such to worship him, and all of us as brethren. We got one Father, Christ is your master, and all of you are brethren. And when you understand that order, you're in the spirit. But as soon as you start ranking yourself, trying to outdo each other, compete, thinking that you're Levitical priests, thinking that somebody's supposed to pay you a tithe,
that's crazy.
You're in trouble. Nobody required us to pay anybody tithes, because you're not Levites. And if you're from Haiti, you're definitely not a Levite. That's a lie. I'm not going to go to that. And there's other charts out there that's trying to make other people the tribe of Levi. So anybody that's out there saying that you can locate Levi and you know who's the sons of Aaron are, you are a liar, and you're your father, the devil. Yeah. And the truth is not in you.
That's right. So with that, hopefully, man, y'all got some understanding where we was coming from. Let the Most High be true, every man a liar. Follow the Most High, follow his son. You can't never go wrong.
That's right.
Read and study for yourself.
Yes.
Don't put your trust in man. Put your trust in the Most High, man.
That's what you do.
And number love to our brothers and sisters scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth and our enemies' lands, man. Y'all endure to the end. Keep your full armor on. Satan and his children, the sons of Belial, they all getting busy. They pissed because they hate that we sticking to the truth and we sticking to the Most High truth.
Yep.
And his son's truth. That's the truth.
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? So y'all endure to the end. Until next time.
Love you much.
Number love for y'all, man.